So just because I get in a car accident doesn't mean that I still don't have to keep up with the promises I make. So, still gonna make that Exodus video at some point. Don't forget. Always, of course, it's why it's back here. You know, constant reminder. Hey, check out the Exodus trading card game. Actually, one of the cool things about their game is the fact that rarity actually matters. Imagine if rarity mattered in Yu-Gi-Oh! Your commons might actually be worth something. I know, right? Alright, let's dig on into this fantastic meta discussion where things in other games are relatively interesting to us, are they not? Yikes. Okay. So, besides just being total train wreck last week, just constant events coming back from the 200. Talk about an eventful week. We are starting the week off very fresh. I consider Monday my fresh start. So, I promised you guys that fantastic metagame discussion, and by fantastic, I mean it's going to be boring as fucking shit. Alright? Just going to be honest with you. First off, best deck of format. Sky Strikers. Okay, cool. That was not a loop. It was actual footage used and produced by MCO40. Okay, so Heavy Storm Duster. Cards that can disrupt back row. Things like Typhoon are going to be how you beat this deck, alright? I'm not even going to tell you how to play Sky Strikers, alright? Y'all know this, alright? Literally, Spellbook of Judgment, effect, set 5. Proceed to keck at your opponent on the next turn as they reset everything that they just set off. And you thought that your opponent was going to set Engage in their end phase, but your opponent set a Widow Anchor so that they could, once again, set the Engage on the end phase of that turn. Okay, cool. That's enough of my sarcasm. Sky Striker best deck. Deck's going to remain probably the best deck, even in current Japan right now. Actually, it's shaping up to be the best deck. And if you guys want a Japanese metagame discussion too, I'm kind of feeling one later this week. Remember to like this video and comment that to me. You know, I would love to talk about OCG Sky Striker because it seems a lot better than what's going on in the TCG right now. You know, we already know the format's GoKey and all that. The excitement, it's gone. But the OCG, whew, still plenty of excitement in the air over there. So, there's that. Now, for the previous time I did this video, I was talking about GoKey being that wild card factor. And when I said this, the format hadn't really developed yet. Case in point, we've passed the 200th in America, and you got the chance to see how GoKey had evolved. And with that evolution came, well, real great progress. Many players knew that Magical Midfield Breaker was going to be seeing a lot of play as a means to stop hand traps, and even a lot of Sky Striker players evolved their concepts to go with things. You know, Ghost Bell started to see a little bit more play. Things like Ghost Ogre. Effect Veiler? Hello? That you? Yeah. Well, Effect Veiler also kind of started showing up. You think with the existence of more Magical Midfield Breaker, you wouldn't see Veiler, but contrary to popular belief, people kind of started grinding against the mentalities, and they tried to counterpick what was going on. Now, not every GoKey player is going to open up Magical Midfield Breaker on you. That's just impossible. It's not going to be there every game. So you kind of have to be able to balance it for the 1 or 2 times that they do open up Midfield Breaker, as opposed to the times they don't. Because Ghost Ogre is still an extremely good card, no matter the real situation that kind of comes across GoKey. That's definitely something that I found very unique and interesting about the situation. Even though Midfield Breaker is a very good card, you still need to consider the power that the hand traps can grant to you, strictly because of they're not always going to open it up. So remember, variance is key, and if you can stay ahead of that curve, then you will do yourself a very, very good service, and you shouldn't be losing, I don't think. You know, little tweaks to hand traps for things that you should already be adjusting for, not going to hurt you in the long run at all. Now, this one perplexes me. I've said this before. I have zero. Oh, well, I do know. So, Burning Abyss did fan-fucking-tastic in Mexico and, what was it, in the Germany, I think that's where the event was, for the European side of the game. Ended up getting second at Europe, and it ended up winning Mexico. Now, why did this deck have success in these regions and not in America? Well, first off, fucking Americans. We seem to not like this deck at all. Meanwhile, Europeans are having this real big success with this deck. You know, in a format where you don't have to worry about GoKey. Yes, that's right, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to say, this is a long shot. In the grind game out there, Altergeist or Burning Abyss can outgrind and OTK, winky face, Sky Striker. But in a format where the second best deck is also a deck that can just everywhere, Burning Abyss kind of loses that sight. So I think one of the biggest things to almost attribute to this is because GoKey doesn't exist in this format because of Summon Sorceress. I mean, I get it does, but Summon Sorceress makes the deck more explosive. But when you're almost looking at this, it almost seems like if Burning Abyss plays nothing but Sky Striker all day and ignores the big boy in the room, which is GoKey, then the deck would have some success. And I think that's actually what ended up happening. Farfa being able to blink out things, being able to OTK your opponent, Sekka's Light, Blackluster Soldier, you know, the whole Light and Darkness toolbox that you have at your disposal it's pretty cute. You know what I mean? So for a going second deck that has explosive power, BA is here, especially in the European and South American regions. It might see a little bit of play in America, but it just seems to fall so short in the American metagame that it's actually kind of ridiculous. So it's almost like it's lackluster. Now, I don't know why. There's been a lot of talk right now about people wanting me to talk about Altergeist. Now, I don't know what there's to talk about with this. You're a Floodgate control-based deck. You outgrind your opponent, and you're very anti-meta. You also have a built-in Evil Swarm engine, Infection, lets you shuffle back things in form of personal spoofing. Alright, of course I predicted this deck to be the second best deck. I kind of underestimated GoKey, but this deck is definitely the third best deck in terms of representation and power. Do not be caught with your pants down if you are playing in a tournament with Altergeist. You are going to be doing yourself this massive disservice, and you're going to have a really bad time. Alright, do not be proactive with your Twin Twisters, alright? Waking the Dragon is a bitch of a card to deal with as a Sky Striker player. I will tell you that. You don't always have to capitalize on end-phase Twin Twisters and things like that. You can control the timings to use these certain effects. You know, your opponent's trap cards, personal spoofing, you know, you can chain to it, you know, and it is a cost to return to the deck, so you do get your maximized value. Keep that in mind. I can't tell you guys the amount of times that I almost feel that players kind of miss this. It's like, oh, we have to be proactive. I can't let them activate things. Yes and no. I mean, like I said, Waking the Dragon is I don't even know how many people are playing this card anymore, but I have a terrible death clock against it, personally, and it's not something that I want other Sky Striker players to be dealing with, or even other people in general, because Ultimate Falcon is a pain in the ass. I mean, yeah, Moral Sword answers it, but still, like, having to try to gather up those resources to try to beat it, it's almost frighteningly scary, and I can tell you Altergeist is one of those decks that's going to absolutely abuse that. Now, I do want to talk about True Draco here very quickly, and then I do want to talk about one more deck. So True Draco is just True Draco. Of course, the deck's going to have representation. The deck's a lot more consistent than it used to be. 3-carded demise exist. You've got rivalries. You've got all that fun, fancy shit. And of course, the deck had a decent representation throughout the YCSs, alright? We knew this was going to happen. Don't be dumb, alright? I think people need to be aware, oh hey, True Draco exists. Blah, 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 blah. We've had this discussion 10,000 times over. Be active with your MSTs, Twin Twisters, Heavy Storm Dusters. If you're already main decking Heavy Storm Dusters for the fucking Sky Striker matchup, cool. You've got multi-functioning... You can handle both matchups because you're already playing for one and it just doubles down for another. You did it. Now, the last one I want to mention for this video is the PK Fire 60-card deck. Now, I think only 2 of these made it to day 2, and this I solo saw playing Mare with, I think it's the level 7 Synchro. I never remember its fucking name. But it was really cool and intense just seeing what the deck could do. Now, I think this deck is very, very quiet on the radar. Dark Law, Gumblar Dragon. Delicious. Alright, plus the deck can do other cool things already built into it. Yeah, that's pretty dumb. Now, deck is a 60 card variant. It does have consistency issues. We understand this. So bear that in mind when you are, playing the deck. It'll probably stun you a little bit because you're going to see your opponents playing 60 cards. But hot diggity damn, it is fucking fun as hell to watch. I'm not going to lie to you guys. I enjoyed watching it when I played against it. It's very interesting. Now, I'm going to briefly just say, if you're going to locals right now, prepare yourself because there's going to be a lot of Mech Knight. Like, Mech Knight has become the local dwelling deck, like engine, whatever you want to call it. Just be aware, if you're playing in a localized metagame right now, that Mech Knight is probably going to be there to ruin your day in some capacity. It's almost kind of strange, actually. So, but we'll talk more about Mech Knights, Trickstars, Paleo, the other run-of-the-mill decks that Trickstars, you guys are going to want me to in part 2 of this video. Please, remember, turn on those bell notifications. And if you love the good work that I do, of course, like this video. Come on, it's me. Also remember, check out Exodus. Alright guys, do Serenos. The ride never ends, guys. Make sure you enable those notifications to get the latest videos that are being posted on this channel. Make sure you guys check out VanCole40 for my Cardfight Vanguard channel. And join me and House of Champions on the Zodiac Duelist TV Twitch stream. We'll be interacting with our audiences. And please check out No Limit Gaming and LGTCG.com for the cheapest trading cards on the market. Thanks for watching, guys, and please have a good day.